remix absolutely free. You get the likes of ECW Ultra.
British Columbia, please welcome Artemis Spencer.
The likes of ECW Ultra, our friends that enjoy wrestling, and so much more absolutely free. Remix.tv. Thank you so much for joining us. Artemis Spencer was supposed to wrestle Sami Callihan here tonight. Callihan is ill and unable to make the event. So, Ethan, I don't know if you've been given the heads up on who Artie's opponent will be.
Originally, we're supposed to have Sami Callihan here tonight, but unfortunately, he's sick. But Artemis Spencer told me he wants a Seattle Streetfight, and he wants it to happen tonight, and he does not care who it's against.
DEFY said folks like the Lucha Bros.
Do you want to see a Seattle Streetfight or what?
DEFY said surprises like the Lucha Bros, John Moxley before. It could be literally anyone in the wrestling world.
Nobody's giving me the Iggy. You
I
recognize?
tried to text Alvarez. I got zero intel from him.
Yeah, well. Oh, wait a minute. That's Daniel Makabe.
That's the wrestling genius, Daniel Makabe.
Defines his opponent from New Westminster, British Columbia. He is the wrestling genius, Daniel Makabe.
Boy, it's been a long time since we've seen Makabe in a DEFY ring. If I'm not mistaken, he's only wrestled one other time here. It's been several years.
In a few years, last time he was here, he faced ravenous Randy Myers.
Yeah, you're right. Going back through my notes to look at it. Now, this is probably one of the biggest surprises. I was not expecting to see Makabe at all.
Neither was I. Daniel Makabe trying to make short work of Artemis Spencer. Drop kicks, German suplexes, my God.
And it is a Seattle street fight. Artemis Spencer, again, scheduled to go one-on-one with the free agent Sami Callihan. And Sami, I know, not feeling well, didn't want to risk it, said, you know, we'll reconnect at a date further down the line. So the door open here for Makabe, and Spencer has him tied up.
I don't blame Sami Callihan. If you're going to face somebody like Artemis Spencer, you better be 100% if you want any chance of victory. Right now, we have got a focused Daniel Makabe.
Spencer laying in the shots. And, oh, man. Spencer already going for the rope senton. No, Makabe turns that around.
He's been trapped in a heel hook.
Yeah, cranking that on, twisting and turning, and Spencer tumbles to the floor. Look out. Makabe with a big dive.
Artemis Spencer having to make the hard pivot from planning to wrestle Sami Callihan to wrestling somebody with the technical prowess of a Daniel Makabe.
And two very different type of wrestlers, and that's not to take away from any of the technical aspects of Callahan's game, because he could certainly turn you inside out, but Makabe, much more of a, I suppose, a thinking man's wrestler, if you want to call it that. Much more cerebral. Callahan's the guy.
Wrestler.
Yeah, Callahan's the guy who likes to get his fingernails dirty. It's grimy, which is much different than Makabe. Does that help or hurt Spencer in a street fight matchup, you think? Knowing that, you know, you prepared for Callahan and now you have this.
I mean, I think on one hand, I think it benefits Spencer in the sense that somebody like Daniel Makabe maybe isn't as well versed at street fights or weapons matches as a Sami Callihan, but there's definitely a detriment to Spencer to go into a match not knowing who you're going to face.
Going to go all the way back to January the 3rd, 2020, DEFY Age of War. Randy Myers beat Daniel Makabe. So coming up on close to 4 years. Last time that we saw Makabe here at DEFY.
it goes to show how instrumental one win or one loss can be in your career at DEFY. That's how hyper-competitive it is to get a spot here. Is that even somebody like Daniel Makabe suffering one loss to somebody who's a former world champion like Randy Myers, I mean, that could move you to the back of the line real quick.
Spencer with a drop kick through the ropes, caught Makabe. And, you know, we talk about wins and losses, but let's be honest as well. A lot of times if you just put in a solid outing, a solid effort, right, if you can tear the house down and the fans recognize that you battled through a matchup and maybe overachieved a little bit, that can pay dividends down the line as far as match opportunities. Where the hell Makabe go? Is he still over there?
I think he's buried under that pile of chairs. Artemis Spencer's currently hitting a tope atomico on.
Man, oh man.
Just turned. I think he just turned Daniel Makabe's ribs to dust.
Spencer again with the chair. You know, there's so much resilience and so much fight in the heart of Artemis Spencer. And, you know, we bring it up every time we see him. I still go back 5 years ago now at this point, when he went through that entire tournament as the world champion and said, you know, I'm not just going to fight in the finals. I'm not going to punch a ticket to the finals because I'm the champ. I'm going to wrestle in every round, and I'm going to put the title on every line. Look out here, Octopus on the outside submission. And Makabe somehow able to break free very quickly.
He's trying to out-wrestle the wrestling genius. And that's the thing that makes Daniel Makabe so dangerous. It's not just applying a hold like that, but then dropping those elbows, trying to force a knockout. Daniel Makabe has counters to holds you've never even seen before.
Now Makabe willing to up the violence a bit. Fighting out of the crowd. No! Spencer took that off the leg, off the knee, and now again. He's got that heel hook in again, Ethan.
He's trying to stack those on top. He used the chair to weaken the knee. And then Artemis Spencer just throwing a chair to break up the hold. I think lately we've been getting a different Artemis Spencer. There is a bloodlust with Artemis Spencer we haven't seen before. Ever since that match with Nick Gage and picking fights with guys like Jon Moxley, saying tonight, hey, I'll have a street fight with whoever shows up. We've seen a more aggressive and vicious Artemis Spencer than we've ever seen before.
Picking up steam, and the seated Makabe pulled right over.
Trying to kick Daniel Makabe into the 5th row.
Well, Spencer, hold on there. I thought he got a piece of him, but Makabe quickly back on the offense. Puts on the brakes. It's Spencer with a shot to the chin.
I think Artemis Spencer's really smart here. He's keeping Daniel Makabe. Oh, that's a knockout punch. Good God. But trying to keep Makabe on the floor, keep him out of his element. Makabe's lethal on the mat.
Looking for a submission maybe on the outside. Sleeper hold in, and Makabe grapevine the legs around Artie's midsection and using the apron for leverage. Spencer trying to get on him.
And in the street fight, it's completely legal, Rich. As is running your opponent spine first into the ring post. With all due respect to Daniel Makabe, this is not where he wants to be. He needs to get Artemis Spencer back into the ring. He needs to get him in a position that he's comfortable in between the ropes.
Oh my goodness, Spencer off the ropes. Moonsault with the chair.
Clutched 10 pounds of steel to his chest and let it fly. And it looks like it paid off in dividends for the former DEFY world champion.
Spencer is willing to put his body on the line. Willing to put himself through this sheer agony. And, you know, to your point earlier on, Ethan, Spencer's a guy that's, I'm not just a flippy guy. I'm not just a submission guy. I can brawl, and I'm going to prove that he's done so. And is looking to up the ante here even more in the street fight. They're fighting up on the stage now, and Makabe might have to tap out.
Artemis Spencer, he might very well take this to the actual streets of Seattle. We might see a submission on Pine Street if Daniel Makabe doesn't tap out here.
Looks like Makabe was trying to get a hold of Spencer's legs. Spencer able to get Makabe leaning forward, and oh man, it's like a battle of submission holds here.
There's very few people who I think it would be a wise move for them to go hold for hold with Daniel Makabe, but Artemis Spencer is an accomplished catch wrestler in his own right. If there is anybody who can go hold for hold with Makabe, it is Spencer.
Oh no. Oh! That'll tear your knees up.
And then Makabe just smashing sternum first right into the ring apron on top of it. Could have blown a knee out, he could have bruised a rib. There's a myriad of injuries that can accumulate from something like that. Spencer not done yet. Fill in the ring with more plunder, more weapons of mass destruction.
More chairs being dug out from under the ring. And Spencer, I mean, Ethan, you know the kind of stuff that's under a ring sometimes. You get the toolbox, the balance, the hammers, the screwdrivers, and of course, ringside tables are under there. Timekeeper score table, if you will. Sometimes, who knows what you find under the ring.
Find any number.
Stuff ends up under there.
Yeah.
Spear ring boards.
Especially sometimes, ring crew gets the ring up late. Doors are open and you'll throw anything under that ring just to get it out of the way so the fans have a path to walk through. Artemis Spencer. He's got Makabe lined up, and this time he is armed with a chair.
Spencer again with the chairs. Makabe. Oh, man, the kamikaze senton with the chair. Kicks out. How do you kick out after that?
I mean, I think if you're anybody but Daniel Makabe, you don't. Daniel Makabe has such an incredibly high threshold for pain. You have to have one when you're a submission wrestler, when you're used to the feeling of people tearing at your ligaments, tearing your joints, trying to choke you unconscious. You have to have a high pain threshold. That might be Daniel Makabe's one saving grace in a street fight, is that he is able to endure more damage than the average wrestler could.
Spencer used the chair as a launch pad, the high knee, and now the sleeper. Makabe really has only one escape. Rick in the eyes now. There you go, trying to piggyback Spencer, and oh, that chair. Look out. Oh, no!
Spencer head first through that open chair.
Tombstone pile driver on the chair that Spencer set up. Makabe to put it away. And Spencer out of it at 2. This is the uncanny resilience of the former DEFY world champion. We've seen him fight through so many matches where you're like, it's going to be it. He's going to be out. He's out cold on his feet. But no, somehow the battery keeps ticking.
Miss Spencer's got reserves upon reserves. But someone like Daniel Makabe is more than happy to spend all night running through your entire backup. And Daniel Makabe's trying to direct a little traffic here. He's trying to get referee Devin Campbell to maybe to help him organize something here.
Bad intentions on the part of Makabe.
Got a guy.
Spencer, was he playing possum? I think he was.
He's trying to lay in wait. Might be for the best. You have a guy like Daniel Makabe, who knows a billion ways to hurt you with just his body. And now you're going to put a weapon in his hand. Artemis Spencer could have been more cruel with that folding chair.
I thought Spencer was... He might have been thinking spiral tap from a long distance. I don't know how he'd pull that off. Nonetheless, Makabe launched the chair at him. And Makabe...
Fastball special.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, my God! Makabe for the win. Ethan, do you ever watch Artemis Spencer in the ring and think to yourself, just please let that be all? You worry for his safety sometimes.
More times than I can count, Rich. Artemis Spencer's the kind of wrestler who wants to go out on his shield.
Makabe with the sleeper cranked in.
And this could be it for Makabe. I mean, what a story.
Spencer somehow turned that into offense, and with Makabe now flat on his back. Artie climbing up top. We've already seen the Artie driver. Could this be the spiral tap? Spencer having a hard time maintaining balance. Spiral tap, but Makabe turns that into a sleeper.
How miraculous would it be? Daniel Makabe, one loss, exiled for 4 years, to come back and beat a former world champion. What a statement.
Oh, hold on a minute now. Wait a minute. Spencer.
He's going to have to endure these elbows.
Referee checking. Makabe calls for the bell.
Artemis Spencer.
And Ethan, tell me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that the same way that Jon Moxley beat Spencer in that controversial ruling to that matchup?
I mean, that is eerily similar to how it went down. This time, Artemis Spencer learned his lesson.
Well, still a lot of talk whether or not Spencer submitted or not. The referee in that particular match looking out for wrestler safety, called for the bell. That time it was pretty obvious, though, where Makabe was clearly out. The arm dropped down. No question that time, a decisive win for Artemis Spencer in a Seattle Streetfight against a surprise opponent tonight, even.
I mean, Artemis Spencer had no prep time other than he knew he was going into a street fight and went one-on-one with the best technical wrestler on the independent scene today and came out victorious. Got to speak volumes to the kind of athlete Artemis Spencer is.